to give him like a recording device for his language class, but it was really to get a recording of poop sounds and fart sounds so he can pretend Kyoshi's in the bathroom.
Fucking genius.
Yeah, he played them. Yeah. So he gets the recording. They think it's for school, but he used it to get fart noises. And then they happen to have a class coming up where they actually get the internet, like a little laptop. And they go on the like website to find poop sounds. For some reason, he can't find them. I don't know how he couldn't find poop sounds on the internet, but he just couldn't find it. So there's a whole like dramatic scene of, you know, yours truly being like, no, I'm getting those action figures no matter what. And he's like,
Yo,
okay,
yeah, his
but,
dedication,
like,
bro. So much ambition.
yeah, he was very serious about it. And he's like, we're already this far. Like, they made a hole in the wall because they found the hole in the wall. They obviously blamed him. Like, so he's like, we're already in deep. Like, so he has this another genius plan. If I can't find recordings of poop sounds, I gotta make it and just record it and just use it with a mic on the audio player. And Kyoshi's like, don't do it, bro. Like, it's not worth it. Some action figures.
So he weighs the pros and cons of, he's like, well, I'll lose my entire high school reputation, but action figure.
The action figures come around like once every 4 years, and then he's like, well, high school's only 3 more years away. So he does the math and like, I think I do the action figures. Yes. Every time. And Kyoshi's like, bro, it's not worth it. Please don't do it. And he puts the mic, he puts
like you're a valiant soldier.
He puts the headphones like in his butt. And he's like, we're already gonna get through. We're already this far. So like he does this very like serious face. He's already committed to it. And he's just like literally like shitting his pants in like the middle of class with all these girls.
He shits himself
and
hardcore.
He's like super like focused. Like, no, I'm not gonna withhold anything. Like the whole class like stops and looks at him like, it's like a good 10, 20 seconds of him just going at it. And all the girls and the one teacher that we see, it's just like, oh my god. And so after
that was dedication to this man's plan.
Yeah, after he finishes, pooping his pants, he's kind of like, teacher, I would like to use the laboratory. I like to wipe.
Yours truly would like to use the lavatory.
Yours truly has come under some unresponsive poop and needs to escape from his underwear. But yeah, so teachers
so mission accomplished. They got the sound effect.
Yeah, and last thing they do before we get to the prison school outbreak is Gakudo once again in one of his amazing plans gets into really big trouble because after the hole gets plugged up, somebody finds it. It's not really important. The hole they were going to use to escape gets like plugged in, and it was right before the day they were going to escape. Gakudo has a genius plan to get his haircut, and the only way he could like get a haircut and I guess not cause suspicion is that he just goes on like a rampage of like really testing like the limits of the white hair girl. He was just like taunting them and being extra. And do you remember the scene?
Yeah.
So he goes on a rampage of just doing things on accident and getting beat up for it and just doing things on purpose so he can get beat up for it. And then he has a genius plan to like, I'm going to go after like this head leader. And he basically pants her. Like he just pants her and she has.
Yeah. Oh my God. I remember.
And like in that scene, he like did like he fell on purpose.
I think he did like a,
and he cartwheeled.
Someone did like a cartwheel.
He cartwheeled around like cause she went to go swing to hit him. And he pretended like he fell.
Like dodged. Yeah.
He pretended to fall, but it was like a cartwheel. And then he like planted his feet and like full on dove towards the like leader Victoria's Secret girl. I don't know. And she has like leggings on, but like just the fact that he pants her was like super made her angry, but she didn't like show it. But they have this really weird scene. Like
there's something really weird about the president.
She hates men, but yeah.
But she's not that like violent. She's kind of like quiet. Everyone just respects her.
She's never the one to actually hit people. She's kind of the one just to like designate people to do the hitting for her, and she just has this
which is weird.
For hating
like
on men. Yeah.
When so her getting pantsed, I swear her reaction wasn't that bad. She just pulled up her pants and she's just like, it's fine.
I think she was mad, but she didn't want to show it.
It's so weird. Like it was almost like she just like committed to this hating men thing. She was like, I like the attention, but I still hate men because I said so.
Yeah, so she gets pants. They have this really scary scene where they're punishing Gakudo or yours truly for what he did to the president. And she did the white hair girl with glasses. She gets out like it's like blurred out for a reason. We don't know why, but it's like blurred out.
Like a dildo at first,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. And it's like buzzing. It's like zzz. And Gakudo.
You know this anime.
Gakudo is like, oh no. But it was just clippers in the next
Anything
scene.
but that.
Yeah. But it was just clippers and they cut his hair off. And he used the hair that he cut off.
Which is all a part of his plan.
Yeah. To add
his 10-step plan.
Yeah. This is like becoming a long episode, but we gotta hurry up. So they give him the hair. Gakudo gives him Kiyoshi the hair, pretend to be a girl, and then they really quickly have to go and get like a girl's uniform so that he can walk out the front of the school. And this is like kind of towards the halfway point where, long story short, he gets the girl's uniform. Gakudo has to distract him again with another 10-step genius plan, and it works. He gets the girl's uniform. He has the girl's hair, which is Gakudo's hair, and on the day of this like field day event, their plan is that Kiyoshi is going to be in the bathroom for the whole event while he's on a date with Chio and gets the action figures for Gakudo. Correct?
Yeah.
Hannah is MIA.
And that action figure
she
was
got peed on.
And that action figure was super important.
Yeah.
They're worthy of fucking a 10-step plan. Yeah. And it was all worth it.
And Hannah's MIA because she got peed on.
But the president of the underground student council actually catches them, and they don't really get caught, but they kind of get caught, and it extends their sentence, and it kind of divides the group because Gakudo and Kiyoshi kind of like went against the group's backs, and fucking tried to escape, and it extended their sentence. They weren't trying to get a girl and a toy. And then there's this whole divide between the group.
So really quickly,
like, hey.
Really quickly, technically only Kiyoshi gets caught. Cause Chio, like a plot twist.
That's true.
Chio is the sister of the secret underground Victoria's Secret model club. And,
the president.
That's
who
her
elected
sister.
them.
And then the principal is their dad. So she sent a picture to her sister and her dad. Oh, thanks for letting Kiyoshi get, leave, prison school. So he takes a picture.
Oh, that's true. That's how that works.
And that's how they get caught. But technically, only Kiyoshi gets caught. So the other boys are kind of like...
Gakudo kind of like has to like feign. He has to pretend to like be not involved at all.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny how like his character reacts to like being like, oh no, I have to feign ignorance, brother. Because he's so loyal and he's so weird. Like it is really tearing him up inside to the point where the underground student council kind of is doing some more research, and they actually, it's such a complicated story, but they find the action figure and they do some more research and realize, hey, wait a minute,
hold on. So before that, after Kiyoshi gets caught, they get like a strike one on their like sentence. And the whole thing about the end part of the series is that if they get 2 more strikes, they can get expelled, which is what really the Victoria's Secret model wants, because
that's kind of the catalyst of the series.
If they serve their sentence, they can go back into the freedom and, be a normal student again. But she doesn't want that. She wants to get them out of there. So that's the end half of it. Hannah's still MIA, but there you can go. You can go from there about how. Yeah.
I was saying Gakudo is so like conflicted about being feigning ignorance about helping Kiyoshi escape that later on in the series, when the student council kind of catches on that he's probably also guilty, like they find his action figure and they kind of hold him.
Blonde hair finds it.
Am I explaining too much?
No, blonde hair finds it, and he's like a plug. He's like an informer.
Yeah, but I didn't want to say that because he's kind of explaining why he's the plug, why he's there and shit.
I mean, whatever, bro. The blonde hair dude's mad that his sentence got extended, and he becomes an informant for the girls' principal, the girls' Victoria's Secret model club. So he finds a little toy. It happens to be a rare item, and we all know it comes around once every 4 years. And Gakudo has been on record saying how much he likes the Three Kingdoms and stuff like that. And they're kind of like, well, if this
he never stops talking about that shit.
Yeah, so they kind of link him with the whole same day as Kiyoshi's breakout, which would have given him a second strike. But Kiyoshi actually, in a very like heartwarming moment, like he broke the toy and like alleged silence that he didn't know what the toy was. And it's a very like funny, cool scene. correct?
Which is such a raw scene because, like, scene was fucking dope because, yo, that man shat himself.
Yeah. And I remember there's a quick scene before they actually had the breakout where they weren't sure if they're going to do it or not. And he's like, I want my poop back. It was very emotional. I shat my pants in public.
This has to be worth it.
Yeah. So back to now him having to get the toy and then had to save his brothers for his brothers. Like this is becoming like they were kind of individually just weird and now they become like a clique. And he's like, no, I'm not telling all my brothers. I'm not giving them a second strike. The girls get mad because they want 3 strikes so they can get him expelled. But this doesn't happen with Gakudo. So then the informant ends up getting caught, getting the second strike. And then you can talk about the 3rd strike that they get with the fat dude.
So as an informant, the blonde dude is allowed certain privileges so that he's like more, so that he'll actually want to like work for them. Incentive. Yeah. Actually, they still don't give a fuck about him. They actually, every time he goes out, he's been meeting this girl that like slowly but surely he's like, yeah, I'll hang out with you. Like I have to leave soon, but you know, maybe I can freaking spend some more time with you. The student council actually used the girl he was meeting as a setup.
Double agent.
She was a double agent just to one day,
she wanted, her role was to be a double agent so that she can get a recommendation on her college paper, which the Victoria's Secret model could do. It was very important. Victoria's Secret model has a lot of power.
Oh, dude, holy.
What's up?
Well, it was hilarious. Her one goal was to just keep him out like 1 minute past his curfew, allotted curfew.
So it'd be counted as a breakout. Correct.
Exactly.
Strike 2.
Now, strike 3, last strike.
No, he was strike 2. Blonde hair was strike 2.
Really?
Yeah.
What strike? What's the last strike?
The last strike was the fat guy. I told you to talk about the fat guy.
Wait, explain. What did the fat guy do for the last strike?
So one thing they did, they're trying to get the last 2 strikes out of the boy so they can expel him. Blonde dude gets caught off campus and like kind of like in a heartwarming moment, the girl kind of feels bad about it last second. So she tells him, I set you up. You've been played. And then cameras come out and they're like, oh, not really. But she runs back to the campus. Long story short, he doesn't make it. Strike 2. 3rd strike is when the fat dude, his whole thing is he's like a sadist, right? He likes pain.
Yeah.
So they do one act of making the warden girl, she usually has like her titties out when she hits them, or she has like these little short dress and they always can see her like panty shots or like her sweating and just being kind of sexually I don't say groped as a viewer, but kind of groped as a viewer to like see her all her goodies and stuff. But they actually made her put on extra clothes and like cover it up, and all the dudes were like upset, like, oh man, we don't get to see them titties today. Oh man, it sucks. But the fat dude, not only was she wearing like more clothes now, but she actually stopped hitting the fat dude. And
yeah,
that's kind of his thing.
It was all a part of her plan.
The Victoria's Secret model, yeah. It was her plan to like get him to crack, basically. Because he has like a slave diary. Like there's a future diary, there's a death note.
Oh my god, that shit was hilarious.
There's a slave diary. Like, and he's literally...
Yeah, I think it was called like My Slave Diary. And with his dubbed voice, I was like, yo.
This is very creepy. Yeah, I can't do his voice.
But it was, at that point, this anime was getting pretty funny. So I was like, okay, I'll let it slide.
So he's like, he's been like, I guess itching because he hasn't got hit by the glasses white hair girl. And he really wants to
what does he do? What's his 3rd strike?
He really wants to get hit, right? So because the girl was having to put on more clothes and she stopped hitting him, it's just making him like itch. Like, I just need to get hit. Please let me hit me. Please hit me. Please punish me.
You gotta do his voice. He's like, I've just gotta get hit.
It's just,
there's one scene where he's like,
just punish me, please. He's like,
I'm jealous with envy. Where he does like a regular voice. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he has a dub voice that's really creepy, and just randomly they give him a normal voice.
Yeah.
But he really wants to get hit and beat. And like, he's like sweating and like whining about like, please hit me. Oh my god, mistress, please punish me. And in his slave diary one night, after they get to strike 2 on blonde hair dude, I guess he goes to write into the slave diary and someone's already left a future notes. So he kind of it's like, oh, there's more notes here. So in the future notes, he finally gets his whipping from the warden girl, and it's like in the future because it's a future diary now. And basically, he goes out. He kind of doesn't break out, but they kind of set it up so it looks like he broke out. And like in a very dramatic scene again, she's like, Andre,